So you watched that video. You felt that surge of inspiration, that electric jolt that said, "This is it. This is the change I've been waiting for." You bought into the dream, the 5 a.m. club, the secret ritual, the promise that a single choice, a single hour, could redefine the next 5 years of your life. You set the alarm. You felt like a warrior preparing for battle. You went to bed with a fire in your soul. And then 5 a.m. actually happened. That soul-crushing digital shriek tore through the silence, and you weren't a warrior, you were a zombie. You dragged yourself out of bed, your brain feeling like it was packed in wet sand. You chugged that water, you did those 10 push-ups while questioning your sanity, you stared at a blank page trying to write down that one goal, and the whole time, a single screaming thought dominated your mind. This is miserable. Why is this so hard? By day 3, the fire was gone. By day 5, you were negotiating with yourself. By the end of the week, you were back to hitting the snooze button, but now with an extra layer of guilt, feeling like a failure. Welcome, my friend. You've just fallen into the 5 a.m. trap. But what if I told you the solution has nothing to do with your morning? It's a simple 3-digit code you input the night before. And in this video, I'm going to give it to you. I'm here to tell you that it's not your fault. You're not weak, you don't lack discipline, you've just been sold the final chapter of a book without being told how to read the first page. You've been given the keys to a race car, but nobody told you it runs on a very specific, high-octane fuel that you're not putting in the tank. For the longest time, I was you. I was trapped in that cycle. I'd get hyped up, I'd try, I'd fail, and I'd blame myself. I thought I was just built for mediocrity, destined to watch other people live out their highlight reels, while I was stuck doom-scrolling mine. Until I discovered the secret. A secret so simple, yet so profound, that it completely reframes the entire challenge. It's not about willpower. It's about biology. The great lie of the 5 a.m. club is that the battle is won in the morning. It's not. The battle for your morning is won or lost the night before. What I'm about to share with you isn't another motivational hack. It's a protocol, a shutdown sequence that prepares your mind and body for victory long before the alarm ever dreams of going off. I call it the 3-2-1 shutdown. Let's start with the number 3. 3 hours before you plan to be asleep, you stop eating completely. Think about it. Your body is an incredible machine, but it can't do 2 major things at once. It can either be digesting or it can be repairing. When you eat a late dinner or have that midnight snack, you're forcing your body into a full shift of digestive labor all night long. It's spending all its energy breaking down that pizza instead of cleaning out your brain, repairing your muscles, and consolidating your memories. You're not waking up refreshed. You're waking up mid-hangover from a food coma you didn't even know you were in. You expect your body to perform like a champion at 5 a.m. when you've had it working the graveyard shift in the stomach factory all night long. So rule number 1 of winning your morning: close the kitchen 3 hours before bed. Now for the number 2. 2 hours before sleep, all work stops, and I mean all of it. For me, this was the hardest part. I lied to myself, saying I was just quickly checking work emails in bed. In reality, I was just feeding my anxiety, looking for one more problem to solve. The first night I physically put my phone and laptop in another room, I felt withdrawal. It was genuinely uncomfortable. But that was also the first night in years that I slept like a human being, not like a machine on standby. Because of a little hormone called cortisol. It's your body's built-in alarm system, the fight or flight juice. When you're working or stressing, your brain is pumping out cortisol. If you try to go to sleep with a head full of work, it's like trying to park a car while your foot is still slammed on the gas pedal. Your body is physically in a state of high alert. You might fall asleep eventually, but it's a shallow, restless sleep. Your mind is still running like a computer with 100 browser tabs open in the background, draining its battery. To win the morning, you have to give your mind permission to clock out. The world can wait. Shut down the mental factory 2 hours before bed. And finally, the most important, the non-negotiable, the final boss of bad habits, the number 1. 1 hour before sleep, all screens go off. Your phone, your tablet, your laptop, your TV, all of them. And by the way, that night mode on your phone, it's a marketing gimmick. It's like trying to hide from a grizzly bear by putting on sunglasses. The bear still knows you're there, and your brain still knows it's looking at a screen. Don't trick yourself. The only thing that works is off. For hundreds of thousands of years, the human brain had a simple rule. Sun is up, be awake. Sun is down, get sleepy. The thing that signals get sleepy is a hormone called melatonin. But the blue light blasting out of your screens is a chemical imposter. It's a tiny artificial sun you hold inches from your face. It tricks your caveman brain into thinking it's still the middle of the day, and it slams the brakes on melatonin production. That last hour is sacred. Do anything that doesn't involve staring into a synthetic star. And here's where the magic happens. When you follow the 3-2-1 shutdown, something incredible occurs. That 5 a.m. alarm doesn't feel like an attack anymore. It feels like an invitation. You don't drag yourself out of bed. You rise, because your body has spent the night actually resting, repairing, and refueling. Now, that power ritual you heard about, that glass of water, that exercise, that goal setting, it's not an agonizing chore anymore. It's a victory lap. It's the reward for the work you did last night. You're not fighting against your own biology anymore. You're working with it. You're not just awake, you are alive. You're not just functioning, you are focused. This is the secret the 95% never learn. They think the game is about having the grit to wake up. But the real game, the one the 5% are playing, is about having the wisdom to shut down. So I'm not going to ask you to change your life tomorrow. I'm going to give you a simple challenge. Just for tonight, try the 3-2-1 shutdown. Just once. Don't worry about tomorrow morning. Just focus on winning tonight. And then, when you wake up, come back to this video and tell me in the comments how you felt. Your journey of 1,000 miles doesn't start with a painful first step. It starts with a single, deeply restful night. Stop fighting the morning. Start winning the night.